Yidhari is a S-rank ice character who belongs to the Rupture speciality. She's coming out in about a month, so today we're going to go through everything you need to prepare for Yidhari. We're going to go over her ascension materials, her skill materials, and her W engine materials, and then talk about what her best W engine is, the best alternatives, her best teams, and best drive discs. Now real quick, if the video is helpful, a like and subscribe would be appreciated, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments or join the Discord, link in the description. To start off with her promotion materials, let's just talk to Bertha in the HIA building. Now she is a Rupture character, so you are going to need the Rupture certification seals. In total, you're going to need 4 basic, 32 advanced, and 30 Arbiter's certification seal. Alongside this, you are going to need 800,000 Denny. This is to get her all the way from 0 to 60. Now in the same place, let's talk about her skill materials. She is an ice character, so you're going to need to do the icing test. Now in total, to get all of her skills absolutely maxed, you are going to need 25 basic, 75 advanced, and 250 specialized freeze chips. If we come out of here and talk to Lila, still in the HIA building, and open the expert challenge, you are probably going to need 60 of these corrupted dream steel. If we now go to the Scott outpost interior and talk to Ophelia to open the notorious hunt, you're going to need 9 of these crimson miasma spikes, which you get from the wandering hunter. Alongside this, you are going to need 5 hamster cage passes and 2,905,000 Denny. On screen now is the full table, everything you need for Yidhari's skill materials. Now before we move on and talk about Yidhari's best W engine, her signature, and some alternatives, if you are planning to spend money to get Yidhari, please do not use the in-game store. Use today's sponsor, LD Shop. In-game currency in gacha games can get pretty expensive, and that is the issue that LD Shop, the sponsor for today's video, is trying to fight against. LD Shop is a safe and reliable game top-up site that I've actually used myself. They offer discounts on tons of games, including 38% off on games like Star Rail, Genshin, and Zenless, and 29% off on Wuthering Waves. Not only that, but using my link in the description and registering to LD Shop, you will receive another 10% and 5% off coupon. And you don't even have to fill out any information. Under product info, click what server you're on, and simply copy and paste your game UID. And as you can see, going into the game, there it is. So please, if you're thinking about spending any money in these gacha games, save yourself some money, click the link in the description and use LD Shop. Now back to the video. Now, presuming you are going for her signature weapon, we will go over some alternatives in a second. You're going to need to go back to the HIA club, go to W engine modification, and it is obviously a Rupture weapon. You're going to need 4 Rupture component, 32 reinforced Rupture component, and 30 specialized Rupture component. Alongside this, you're going to need 200 W engine energy module. If you're running low, you can just get it from here, from the basic materials section, and 400,000 Denny to get her W engine from 0 to 60. Now I'll put on screen now her absolute best W engine, which is of course her signature weapon, the Kraken's Cradle. It gives 30% bonus HP, and when the equipper's HP decreases, their ice shear damage increases by 6%, stacking up to 3 times. Also, when the equipper's HP falls to 50% of the max HP or below, her crit rate increases by 20%. So obviously that's going to be her best in choice. Let's go over some alternatives. There's only really one 5-star alternative, the Xingmin Bird Cage. This also gives a 30% HP increase as well as increasing the crit rate. For 4-star alternatives, the best option would be the Radio Wave Journey, giving a slight HP increase and increasing the equipper's sheer force by 128, stacking up to 3 times. For some other ones, the Puzzle Spear is pretty good for the W engine effect, as well as the Grillo-Wisp, which just gives you the 25% bonus HP as the bonus stat. Moving on to drive discs, the absolute best one will be the Yunkui Tails. This just gives you 10% HP, and when using an EX special attack, chain attack, or ultimate, crit rate increases by 4%, stacking up to 3 times and lasting 15 seconds. And when you have 3 stacks, it increases sheer damage by 10%. So this with the W engine means that you're probably not going to have to use a crit rate main stat on any of your drive discs. You will just be able to run crit damage. Now for the 2-piece options, you're going to want either Woodpecker or Branch Blade, Woodpecker giving crit rate and Branch and Blade giving crit damage. So just go with whichever one that you need after the substats from Yunkui Tails. Now for the drive disc main stats, you're going to want crit rate or crit damage on slot 4, ice damage or HP percent on slot 5, and HP percent on slot 6. For the substats, you're going to want crit rate, crit damage, or HP percent. I want to quickly talk about her skill priorities. The core skill is the absolute top, then followed by the special attack, chain attack, basic attack, and then dodge and assist if you do want to get them up too. Finally, let's talk about her best teams. Her absolute premium team, and a lot of her teams do include Lucia, who is currently on the banner, so it is an expensive month if you do want to max out Yidhari and get the best stuff for her. The best team or her premium team would be her, Jufufu, and Lucia. You can also use her with stun support teams, so either using Lycaon, Trigger with Lucia, or Pan Yinhu and Astro Yao if you do want to go a little bit more free-to-play. And for her absolute free-to-play teams, you can go Pan Yinhu and Pulchera. That should be absolutely everything that you need. If I left anything out, please let me know in the comments. And again, if you have any questions, please also leave them in the comments or join the Discord. But I hope the video was helpful, and if you are summoning for Yidhari, I wish you the best of luck. Have a good day. See you.